Well, hello everyone. Sorry, it always takes me that few seconds to get it. There we go. I think it went very quickly that time. Yay! Well, hello. How are you? Patricia here, Stampin' demonstrator in the United States, but more specifically in Alaska. Today, I'm going to do a really quick card. I have already cut. I'm going to move this up just a little bit. I've already cut most everything. I have a card base in Daffodil Delight that is 8.5 by 8.5. I had to think, by 5.5, scored at 4.25 on the long end. Then I have a Granny Apple Green that is 4 by 5.25, and that is going to go on here. Then I have one of these sheets from Botanical Textures. I just opened a new package because I've used up practically all the sheets that are salvageable. And I love this one. Let me sort of spread these out. It's all black and white, but the thing I love about black and white and all foliage, but the thing I love about black and white is that, can you see all of those? Is that you can color it if you want, and color it whatever colors you want. And then, I should have left that sprayed out, but I didn't. Woohoo! On the back. So let me just stack it up again. This is, I guess you'd call it the B-side, but look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Not sure about that one, but it's still pretty. I mean, still usable. Duh. Okay, oh, so sorry. This one. And that one. That I love. And this one. Now, the one that I'm using, did I tell you what that's called? Botanical Textures 12 by 12. And the one that I'm using is this one. Let me show you the other piece of it. This is on the back, and this is the front. And the reason I like this one is because I'm going to color a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit, in order to match the rest of the card. So this piece is 4.5 by 3 7/8. I'm going to bring you down again. And I've already cut it into 1, and let me measure it just a second. 1 and, I think it's 1 and 1 1/8 strips by, so first of all, the whole thing was 4.5 by 3 7/8. And then on the long side, I cut 1 1/8 inch strips. So those are by 3 7/8. And let me make sure. Yeah. Okay. So I've already cut them, which I probably should not have done, but I did. So there you go. So then I'm going to take my Granny Apple Green. Remember, in the blends, you get both a dark and a light when you order a blends set. And this is the Granny Apple Green layer that I already talked about. Now I'm going to, whoops, I put these back together just on here. And what I'm going to do, I'll tell you about this in just a second. But what I'm going to do is sort of lay it on here like this. So I want to lay it on there so I can decide what I want to color before I actually start doing it. So let's color this and this and a little bit of this maybe, and then we'll see what we've got. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hold it together, mostly just so I get the whole of a branch. Now, this one doesn't actually go into another piece, so I'm going to be okay with that. And remember, when we color on here, we then want to take the dark of that same color, or at least that's how I do it. I do the light first, and then I take the dark. And again, I love to go with that brush tip and color over the artist's marks, because that gives me a good, and I'm going to draw, I want to do this on the little vein. Okay, so I'm trying to be very light on that and don't really have anything there. Okay, so again, I wanted to do this one. I am going to go ahead down here, and again, I'm going to start with the light. And I'm not by any stretch coloring all of these leaves. I don't really want to color all of these leaves. And here I'm going to do a little bit of this, even though I know it's probably up under the tag, because it's going to be spread out further than what I can see right here. Okay, it's because I'm going to put a little bit of space between these. So color a little bit on there, and then I'm going to come back to my dark, and this time I think I'll just go with the nubby end and add a little bit of color. Now, the main thing you want to remember with coloring is you don't want the back to be seen, okay? And the back will not be seen on this card the way I've designed it, so we don't have anything to worry about there. I just wanted you to know that there is color on the back. Now, if you have one that looks like this, that is just, let me put you back down just a smidgen bit so you can see what I'm talking about. There we go. You see how this one looks a little, you can see that line pretty good. If I color with the light on it again, it sort of spreads that color out. It doesn't get as dark. Now, it doesn't look good right now. It doesn't look great right now because I just colored over it and it hasn't had a chance to sort of blend or meld on there. Okay, so we had said we're going to have those two. We're going to do this one. This one's a little bit bigger, so I kind of like that. Whoops, can you even see it? This one right here. Okay, so I'm going to add some more. And I might just make those the only three. And it might even be different than what I said at the beginning. Who knows? But now, one thing I do like is coloring on the glass mat. It's not going to, I showed you that it goes through the paper to the back, but it will not obviously go through the glass mat. And I like being able to color on that. I saw a comment on somebody's YouTube or something. I don't remember what it was, Facebook probably, where they ask why people liked the glass mat. Now, I want to show you something here. You see how I got outside those lines just a little bit? I am going to take my, oh, it's on this side, color lifter and lift that out. It'll take a couple of seconds. And right here, put those on there. It does spread. It is alcohol, so it might take it off on the leaf itself. I'm not really worried about it because I can always color it again. Now I'm going to come in with my dark and draw those veins in my leaves. And add a little bit down at the bottom there. I don't have to add a lot. Just some. These are very tiny. So it's not like I need to do a lot with it. There we go. Okay, what I do want to be sure that I do is keep them in order. Okay, so it's going to look something like that. Love it. Okay, so now I am going to lift you back up. Okay, whoa, got to go a little higher. And it settled a little low, but that's okay. All right, so if you remember, this layer was 4 by 5 1/4. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these on here in order. Something like this. Okay. And then space them out evenly-ish. There we go. My advice is to glue down these two and then make these two fit in between. So that's what we're going to do. Going to glue these. And remember, this is Designer Series paper, DSP. So it's very thin. I shouldn't say very thin. It's just not as thick as cardstock. Okay. So again, I love the green glue because it gives me that second or two to move it into space. And it sort of spreads out the glue a little bit as I move it around. Ooh, be sure I put that in the correct direction. Yeah, that's it. I thought I had turned it so many times that I discombobulated it. You know what discombobulate is, right? My cousin was giving me a hard time about some word or other that I used in a video not too long ago. I don't remember what the word was, but there we go. Oh, I may have to pull that one up a little bit, put some more glue on it. I don't think I got it far enough apart. Okay, put that one on there so I can see where it needs to go. There we go. If you lift it quick enough, you'll have time. And I still need to go a little, a little lower. Let's make sure. You know, if I don't have a video going on this, it goes down just fine. And as soon as I get a video started, it's much harder to get on there even. Okay. Come on, get back up there where you need to be. There we go. And there we go. Okay. Oh dear. I still got it too close. Oh my goodness. What am I doing here? Okay. I'm telling you, it's having the video going that's causing the problems. There we go. Finally. Don't laugh at me. All right. Now this one should just go right in there. There we go. Okay. Much better. All right. And again, whoops, better check which. Oh, this isn't even on the cardstock yet. Hello, Patricia. All right, let's get it in here. Okay. And is this directional? You know, once I get the tag on it, it's not going to be really directional at all, but that works. So the card is going to go in like this, And it actually looks really nice. Okay, so let's talk about the card, or the tag. So what I did is I cut, where is my ruler? I cut a card that is 2.5 inches by 3 3/4. Okay, so let me put that over here. So the tag is, shoot, I've forgotten what I already said. 2.5 by 3 3/4. Okay, 3/4. Okay, so then I went, if I put it on a grid, I went to 3/4 of an inch down. I marked a spot. I went 3/4 of an inch in, 3/4 of an inch in here, and 3/4 of an inch here. And then simply cut them off. There are other ways to do that are very easy to do. If you cut off your first triangle and you don't even have to measure it. So let's say this is my first triangle. I cut it off. You, like I said, don't even have to measure it. And then turn that over and put it over here. Then you can cut and they're equal. But I just decided I kind of liked the 3/4 in and the 3/4 down. And then I took this tag punch. There are actually 3 of them that come in a set. There is a 1/8 inch dot. There is this just plain little opening. And there's this one with the little tag on it. Now, you could probably, with these two, make this, but this is much easier. This can also be used if you want to, let's just use this. And let's say I want a piece, an opening across here. Okay, put it in there, move over. And I can make an opening like this. Now, I did not take my time and really look at that and make sure they were correctly spaced. But if I do this, you see how I can make it much better if I look through there and make them even. Here, I just sort of made sure. Now, this one, this top one would work just fine if this were going to hide like a slider piece back behind a card. And maybe I'll even do one of those for you, although that's a very, very tiny space for a slider. But still, this is a great little punch. I love this little set. It's 3, I think it's tags for, what's it called? Tags of Thanks. And this is the set that it comes with. Now, I'm not using any of these stamps today, but I love them. Friend, I appreciate you, for you, thank you, you're the best, you made my whole day. So lucky to know you and couldn't do it without you. What I'm using today is school days, because I'm doing a graduation card, and there's stars, an apple, a backpack, a pencil or a pen, books, mortarboard. You make a world of difference. Congratulations and thank you. So what I'm going to do for this is I've got my congratulations. That would be nice if I put it right side up. That's going to go down here, and I have my backpack and my mortarboard that are going to go on top of that on my little tag. So I need my Granny Apple Green. And, whoa, put that, I put it down on my glass mat and it didn't want to come up. So our school colors are gold and green, sort of a granny apple green. So that is going there. There we go. And congratulations down here at the bottom. Ta-da! How cute is that? Now, you know, I've told you multiple times, I've sent all my stuff home. Not all of it, but a great deal of it. So I have some jute twine in my classroom, and I'm just going to use that to put at the top of my tag and pull that through. I love Stampin' Ups much better than this, but it will work. There we go. Now, let me move this before I get something in it. I'm also going to move you back up so that everything is not like in your face. There we go. Sorry, it didn't want to move there for a second. Okay, so let's put this on dimensionals. And I would want to do this on dimensionals if for no other reason than I've got this pretty heavy twine here. I love our twine much better, but you know, sometimes you have to use what you got. And that is certainly the case here. And let's see, do I want this way or that? You know, I kind of like that way a little bit better. That's okay. Does it look better? I think we'll do it sort of this way. Okay. There we go. And there's our card. Now on the inside, I will probably do "You're the best." So I will use the tags of thanks and put "You're the best." As a matter of fact, I may even not put white on it on the inside, partly because, as I've told you, I've shipped everything home, and I think I've got like maybe 2 sheets of white left, maybe 3. I think that's it. So anyway, "You're the best." I like that. All right, there we go. Quick, simple, and easy card, which is a good thing because I've got several of them to make for our graduates this year. I think we have 6 graduates. So I hope I have enough of the Daffodil Delight and the Granny Apple Green. And I know I've got enough of the DSP. All right, there we go. Thank you so much. Okay, I am starting to have a question on every video, and I would love if you would answer those questions for me. Today, our question is, have you ever been to Alaska? Been to Alaska. There we go. That is the question that I would love it if you would answer down below. If you would share this video and let me know if you have a graduate this year as well. Thank you. Thank you. Let me move this up so you can actually see it. Have a good one, and I will see you next time.